Hey, good afternoon. Good evening. Good 3:30 in the morning. My name is Violet Price. I just wrapped my fifth day shooting my feature, my first feature, and I am exhausted. I had the best day of my life though, and I want to start doing these every day, even if I'm tired. So even though I am very tired and very stoned on dabs, I'm gonna try to do one anyway because I just fucking that's the plan. Anyway, I had the best day of my life. Like literally, like I've been thinking about it in those terms. Like having, like it's always been my dream. It's corny, but I'll just be real. Like it's been my dream to make a kick-ass movie, right? Like or be in a cool movie. Both of those things seem very cool to me and very fun. And everyone likes movies. I'm not the only one. And I worked really, really hard, and a lot of people have believed in me, and I got to do the thing that I've been talking about for years, how bad I want to do. I've been talking myself up like I think I can do this, and I wrote a script, and I got people who believed in me, and I shot it, and we just wrapped the. I can't even believe what we shot today. We shot um, on a public train, and we didn't. No one fucked with us. I thought for sure shooting on a public train in LA would be, but like there were plenty of homeless people, and they felt like they were all really cool. They were all like they were all excited to have front row to a movie shoot. Like there was this very nice lady um, who like clearly like probably lived on the train who was just delighted. She just sat like with our crew and just had a huge smile on her face watching these two actors give this amazing performance. And we had these two beautiful actors, and it was just very strange because like I've shot in public before, and it's always a fucking nightmare. It's always people fucking with you. And maybe it's because it was LA, maybe it's because my it was such a two beautiful people giving a beautiful performance in beautiful costume, but it really like was such an amazing energy on the train today. And like just to be like my whole life, I mean, it's corny, but I'm being real. My whole life I wanted to make a cool movie, and then you're like literally doing it, and you're watching the monitor, and it's like you're watching a cool movie, like because they're doing these long shots. And my DP framed it. It looked like Fight Club, but cooler with like the stuff running past, and it was so loud and like a very uncut gems kind of way. And they were having this really intense breakup, and I'm just watching it, and I'm like so into it. And like my actor Sasha, who came out of nowhere, I've had one idea of this movie in my head for a year, and I'm watching a much better version of it, shot much better than I imagined it, with this amazing actress who we had this makeup person come in today. We had to wait 2.5 hours because our makeup got fucked up. But we got Ms. Neon, who I'm already a fan of. I saw her in like a film festival last year and performed. She's this amazing artist, and she showed up and she spent the right amount of time making my actor look like a fucking anime supervillain, like or like a goth fucking icon, or just like out of nowhere, just like oh, like that's a character in a movie. That's Marla Singer. That's like very recognizably, and like the performance that went with the makeup and the like as far as like bimbo auteur, which I am, creating like beautiful fucking people doing beautiful fucking things, like it just like it was just so incredible to work with her, and we shot like some of the most incredible. We also shot her just stealing fertilizer from like the store, like to make a bomb, and we just like shot that. Like it was so fun. Also, everyone was cool with it there. Everyone thought it was like hilarious, and you just like don't expect like to have like shoot in like the worst parts of Hollywood, but people were just caught up in like what we were doing, and to have like I don't know, like it's already been overwhelming working with my DP, who's the DP of my dreams, and my crew, and like everyone involved has been like better than I ever could have dreamed. And then you're like shooting it, and people on the street are also like, "This looks fucking cool." like that just I don't know, like I already had this like intense emotional energy about it, and then suddenly like all day, like, and we just keep getting we'll be like we'll shoot it and then something will happen randomly, and we're like miss a train and we'll get there and then run into a take, and it just like ends up being like 100 times better. Or like we'll start off and it'll be like dramatic, it'll feel like an episode of Entourage where there's like a problem at the beginning that's almost immediately solved and is better, which is the Entourage formula, which is why it's good. Like we had to shoot a fight scene and my producer forgot to bring actors, and that seems like a problem. like, I was like that. I kept a good attitude, and I was like so solid. And I'm like, my man, like, you read the script, and we like rented a space. Like, we don't have a huge budget. Like to go on Gigster and rent a boba place. is not cheap, and to bring a 12-person crew there and like put like 3 hours of your night into it or more, maybe four, like a huge production day to get this one scene, and then like, oh, there's no actors and it's 3 in the morning on a Wednesday. It's not like we can like put out the blast like. And he was like, "Do you just want to like not do it today and shoot it another day?" And I'm like, "We can't even afford this. Like we can't even afford like what we're doing. Like I'm not. That's a no. We can't do it another day. That's not an option." Um, so you just and like also the two people who like were on the crew, we'd already used another scene, so you can't show them again. Um, and like 40 minutes later, like the sound guy jumps in and like the grip who was there for the day jumps in and we like put this crazy, but it inspired us to use this like crazy low frame Wong Kar Wai like fight look that I already thought was like the coolest. Like I've used it elsewhere in my movie. I think it's this like low frame rate, high exposure, very blurry, very like basically the Wong Kar Wai look. And like because it was so blurry, like it didn't matter. Like that it just looked fucking like an art house masterpiece shot with like five people in it, just because like we moved people around and we had some creative solutions because my DP is a genius and I had a good idea too to be on that one. And like to go from like very dramatically at the emotional arc of like, oh, we fucked this up and we forgot to hire actors. It's a huge problem. It's a huge problem. 3 in the morning on a Wednesday, you don't think that's just like, well, like that we are truly fucked. And you just laugh about how bad it is, but then just like 10 minutes later, be like, wait a minute, like grab that guy off the street, like grab a grip, like blur it out, and it ended up being the better than like it was amazing. Like I watched the scene out, and I'm like, that's the fucking sick scene in the movie. Like we got that, and you got that. The great thing about film is once you get it in the can, like forever I fucking shot that scene. Forever like my actors like gave that performance. Forever my DP made those choices. And it is good and you cannot take that from us. And it's just been I've been on fucking cloud nine. I can't even believe what's happening. If anything, the only like criticism you can make of how my movie's going is even though like we run into every fucking horrible thing that can happen, it doesn't even bother me. Because like we're still on set, we're still saying action, and we're still getting a movie. Like it's everything else is like you kind of just got to get zen about it. It's not my first movie. It's not my first thing where things have gone wrong. Like the first half of the movie was even worse. Like by the standards of how bad the amount of just bad luck I've had, the amount of people who've like caught COVID the day before, like stuff like that, like just like bad luck. Like you cannot kill what is already dead. So like no matter how much fucking crazy shit that I can't even talk about because I don't want to be rude to anyone and it's not anyone's fault. But crazy shit has been going wrong every day. Like not even like stuff I can't even like stuff that's just crazy like money and like locations and like you name it. And yet we basically had exactly what we wanted to shoot at the beginning of the day. And at the end we got everything we wanted. And I think a lot of it's just like just being open, like just I just fucking worked my ass off and I earned it. Like that's what it is. Like sorry, like I've been working my ass off for a really long time on this movie. Like I've planned out every contingency. I'm like I got it figured out and like I know what I want and I have good people. I'm like we just cannot be stopped. We cannot be stopped. We cannot be stopped. And yeah, I really like want to like I'm so humbled by it. I think about everyone who got me here, my producer Kiki, like and like this is like my dreams are coming true because Kiki made them come true. That's something my someone who believed in me did. And for that, I hopefully will have an amazing piece of art to burn in the world, which I think I do. I really do. We've shot enough of it now. We shot for 5 days, and if I died tomorrow, there would be like 25 minutes of a kick-ass film. And the other thing that's good about my film is my actor described it as like a series of bespoke moments, and it's not like there is a story to it, but like every scene is almost a short like vignette, and like they all like thematically, it's complicated. I'm a genius, so